Hi, my name is Stephen Four. I'm in the bachelor's program for human services at Columbia College. I'm in the A2B program. I just finished my associate's degree from Horry Georgetown Technical College a couple years ago, and I am now ready to continue my education, reach my next goal of the bachelor's degree, and hopefully a master's degree. I want to be in the field of counseling, either with addictions and recovery or marriage counseling. I have struggled through some addiction myself and needed some help, and I've experienced some awesome healing and relief from a very good counselor, and it inspired me to be one myself. I wanted to give others that hope and that healing that I received, and give other people that relief and just the knowledge of things can be different. You have to work hard at it, but things can be different, and you don't have to struggle through this, and you're not alone. So the biggest things that I've learned. So that is my schooling track right now. I live in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I've been married for 6 years to my beautiful and wonderful wife, Diana, and she's been a huge help and encouragement to me getting through my struggles and with going back to school. I'm very thankful for her. I currently work at a church as a facilities director, and one of the future goals as a church is to have a recovery center on campus, which I'm very excited about, and I'm hoping to actually serve in that capacity at some point in the future once we get there. So I'm very excited about things to come. So to continue with my story here, it's kind of an embarrassing story, but I find it funny. It's very trying, and I think there's some good lessons to learn from it. So my wife Diana and I, we like to take little short trips for a day or a weekend or so, just to some cities close by, not too far away. We went down to Charleston, South Carolina, and spent a couple days there. I think it was for the weekend. I can't remember exactly for sure, but one of the last things we did was to eat at a really good Southern cooking restaurant. I love to eat. We love to go out to eat and find some good food all the time. So that was one of the last things we did. On the way home, we left the restaurant, and we went directly from the restaurant. We're heading back to Myrtle Beach. As soon as we got outside of Charleston towards Mount Pleasant, like crossing that bridge, felt some sharp pains in my stomach, and like they just came on really fast, very hard, and was like, oh man, that hurts. But they subsided very quickly too, and I'm like, okay, maybe I don't have to stop. I think I'm okay now. So a couple minutes of just being fine, and we're like, okay, we're good to go. Another about 2 hours, I think, from that point on. Nothing even came up or fazed me, and never thought about going to the bathroom again until we reached Pawleys Island and then Murrells Inlet, which is about 45 minutes to an hour outside of Myrtle Beach. As soon as we got right around Murrells Inlet, the pains came back. Boom! All of a sudden, it just hit me hard, 10 times as painful, and I'm like, something's going to happen. Stuff is going to come out of me. We've got to stop this car. I was driving. I pulled off the side of the road. There's a long walking bike trail that parallels the highway there for a while in Murrells Inlet and Pawleys Island area. I pulled off the highway, stopped right beside this trail. It was off into the grass, jumped out of the car, walked down the trail a little bit, into the woods, put my back up against the tree, and let things happen. A lot of stuff came out. I'm going to save you the imagery. I know it's kind of disgusting, but oh my gosh, I felt so bad, and it hurt so bad. I did not care if anybody saw or what happened. Sure enough, a woman came riding by on her bike, looked over at me, and then looked back straight ahead and kept on going. It's like, thank you. There's nothing to see here. That's it. I'm having some trouble. Just leave me alone. I really, truly did not care at all what happened to that point. It was a mess. I had to leave some clothing that's probably still there. This has been a couple years now, but I made it back to the car with my shorts on. I mean, I was covered up. I laid down in the back seat. My wife jumped into the driver's seat and started going home. We had to make another stop at a gas station and struggled with some things. She At one point, she started rolling down the windows. I'm like, babe, you don't have to do that for me. It's fine. She's like, no, I'm doing it for me. It smells in here. I was like, okay. I guess I was used to the smell at that point. It was a mess. We finally got home and I got cleaned up and ended up being fine. I don't know what that deal was, but I guess the moral of the story is crap happens. You won't be prepared for it. You can try to be. I could have had extra clothes with me, but crap happens, and stuff happens that is painful, and you just have to deal with it. Going through life is the same way. You can be just barreling along, having a good time. All of a sudden, something happens. It's not. Life isn't going to be easy. Stuff is hard, and just because stuff comes up that may not be the best thing doesn't mean that you're not on the right track. It just means you have to work through your problems and face the challenges that come up. So that's what I took out of this embarrassing and kind of funny situation. I feel like it parallels life in the same way. So I'm very excited to be in this class, and thanks for listening.